If I knew that they are going to make me to sleep with 15 to 20 men a day, I would have trust my family friend because it was very tough.
I wish I knew my traveling to Dubai would be this hard and tough. I regret sleeping with those men. I regret everything that happens over there.
Sometimes they will whip you and you don't have any say. And if you are screaming, people of the agency, they don't care as long as they get their money.
When I was traveling from Nigeria to South Africa, I now realize that my brother trafficked me.
Human trafficking is a type of modern slavery, and there are more slaves today than any time in history. As the fastest growing organized crime, human trafficking is an abuse of the fundamental human rights of people and strips them of their dignity. About 50 million people are estimated to be in slavery globally.
Human trafficking obviously is a crime against an individual and also a crime against the state because it is an act that is criminalized by domestic legislation of that particular state. And it is a situation where a person has not consented to be exploited.
MeCAT is the acronym for Media Coalition and Awareness to Halt Human Trafficking, and it is an NGO working in partnership with local and international organizations to prevent more incidences of human trafficking and human smuggling.
In 2021, the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, the theme was Survivors' Voices Lead the Way. And last year, the theme was Reach Every Victim, Leave No One Behind.
MeCAT believes that the voices of those who have suffered the harms of human trafficking must lead the way.
We were staying together with this Nigerian boy. He used to tell me how much he loved me, how he appreciated me. So I was feeling like I was touched because there's no one that was never tell me that. And I fall for the trap and not knowing that this guy, he was a lover boy. Lover boy is those Nigerians that they manipulate you and then they deceive you and then they crush your inner spirit. And then there was this particular day he came to me, he said that, listen here, I have a business that I'm running. Before we will be thrown out of this flat. So I have a clients that they are coming here in this, and I don't want you to sleep with them, but I want you to seduce them and make them take out the money. So you will be in charge of the drugs. And then he gave me the drugs that I was so attached to my pimp. I don't want to leave Tony. This is where I want to stay.
MeCAT discovered that Tony was himself trafficked and used to pimp women like Pinky.
Now I have 2 girls and white girl in my house. I can remember Scarface, but Pinky is the number 1. When I want to come to South Africa, I called my brother, he's there already. So first of all, I told him that I want to travel to Ireland. He now told me that no need of me going there. I should try and come over to South Africa. And I tell him that I came here to play football. He said that one is not his business, that this is what he's doing. That is, if I want to play ball, that one consign me. So I have to make my way to see where I can go and get a club to start playing my football. But finally, I got someone that linked me to a club. From there, I went to screening, I passed. They now registered me. We played a Winter Cup in 2012, then we won the tournament. Then after that, the team started having issue within themselves, the officials. From there, the club have to divorce. Before I now left the club and came back to my brother and told him what happened. My brother said that he can't do anything unless I will come and join him to do the business that he's doing. So from there, I don't have any option. I have to join him to start doing the business. What kind of business is that? He's doing drug business and prostitution business and stealing. He robbed clients. I have to join him.
I would say that fighting human trafficking is also standing up for human rights. Trafficking of human beings is a human rights offense, and this is something that we need to address as an international community. And Denmark is an active member of the international community, so of course we take upon ourselves that extra responsibility here in Nigeria.
Human traffickers use false promises to lure their victims into abusing their human rights.
Our family friend's son came, the prince of our village, who promised me to take me to his wife in Malaysia to help me and further my education. The prince took me to the man, and when we get there, because I didn't know that it was oath they are going to take, he just said I should follow him to somewhere. When we enter inside, it was all those oaths, those head of different horn there, something the mold was there. I've never been there before. And the man brought out this dry gin. He brought it out and with cola nut. And the man said, now that you are going to Malaysia, we say after the man. He said that when you reach there, you finish your education, we say after the man. And the man said that we are going to give the lady 150,000 naira just to appreciation. We say after the man. After everything, say we should take it. That is how we took the cola nut and the dry gin. Finished. That is how we began the journey from Niger to Agadez, and from Agadez to Duruku, Zidane, and Gatron, and we landed in Sabah. From Sabah, we get to Libya, and we spent 2 weeks on the desert. And get to Libya, the lady took me to her house. When the prince's wife came to the lady house to pick me and took me to her house. When we get there, that is when the story changed.
Give me your passport.
Well, the person that talked to me about the traveling, I met with the person in an app. That's Let's Chat. That's the name of the app. So we chatted for some weeks. So from there, he introduced the traveling stuff. So he was like, well, I like to travel. It's an opportunity and also a work. I was like, travel to where? He was like, travel to Dubai. I was like, okay. So I was asking the guy, like, if we travel, what type of work are we going to do? And how long is it going to take us to settle them before we have our own freedom? So he was like, a hotel work. And also, highest is going to be three months because of their currency. He collected our NIN number, our passports, and our details. So that's how he created way for us for the passport. So they prepared us for our journey. That was on the 14th of April
The U.S. Department of State reported that Nigeria is making significant effort to meet the minimum standards for eliminating trafficking.
Going back to the previous year, that's 2023, we received about 1,150 complaints of different forms of human trafficking. We also arrested, I would say, over 850 suspects for various crimes. We charged 88 cases to court last year, and we rescued and received about 2,100 and change victims. So collectively from all our 14 shelters across Nigeria. And 78% of these rescued victims were women, while 40% were children.
Thousands of Nigerian migrants have returned to their home country, most with heart-rending stories of complex journeys.
We have so far, for the last 5 years, we have assisted almost 35,000 persons who have been leaving the country, either smuggled or trafficked. And more specifically, those trafficked are also several thousands of them. Those who have been smuggled, so those who have crossed a border with facilitation by a certain group, they have fell into vulnerability and poverty.
So when I went there, when they told me that I should prepare and start doing the prostitution work, I was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not sure if I can do it. So the woman was like, didn't I swear before coming? I said, no, I didn't swear and I didn't do any naked video before coming. She was like, it's a lie. She bought a packet of condom, oil, tissue, and some clothes for me to start using. I was like, this is not what they told me that I should come and do. That was when she started maltreating me. Even if I don't want to work, I must work. I'll work immediately. I'll do the prostitution immediately. I'll sleep with the men and I'll still give her the money. They brought gin, 2 bottles, they drank me with one, they poured the other on my body and they put cutlass. They on a gas and they put the cutlass. The cutlass was very hot and that's how they started beating me. After they finished beating, the woman now put pepper inside hot water, that they should use it and beat me with it. My friend was like, she remembered that she had an auntie in Mika, she's working with Mika, that she's going to call her and she will explain everything to her. I was very happy then when she told me that. So I was there for the meantime until when Mr. Ishaya said IOM, that IOM will be the one to do everything for me.
Fighting trafficking, fighting smuggling is a matter of coordination and cooperation between a lot of actors. The government, certainly, but also the civil society, like MECAT. Situations where people are stranded, they are scared to call, they don't know where to go. There are several people we discuss with. They want to go to the embassy, but around the embassy they find people who have been exploiting them. So they are scared, they don't know where to turn to. It's only if we have this network of partners that we can make a difference.
So we are supporting other interventions in Nigeria as well. One project is our funding to IOM, which goes to their Midas program, which is basically about providing equipment, software on some of the external borders, in this case, international airports, that will allow the immigration service to track, to detect cases of irregular migration and trafficking. So that's one aspect, the technology side of things, if you will. But then The other aspect that I talked about was strong institutions, and that's why we also have support through ICMPD. We also support the Nigerian Immigration Service in developing career plans and gender policy for the institution as such.
Whether victims were repatriated or chose to exit, most of them have one thing in common: their stories of horror.
I have faced a lot of challenges. They have pointed me gun at the gate. There are big things that happened to me that really make me to take a decision, because Scarface robbed a client. I have to come and rescue Scarface and discharge those clients. They now put gun and point it in my head. No one came close to come and help me or to come and ask them what happened that made them to point this gun at my head. What happened? No one came around. What I was hearing is, Eshiwe, your brother is coming with the police from Cape Town.
The clients, they will come with the chains, and then they will come with the what is this? Dodels, like those sex toys. Yes, yes, and then they will they will chain you, and then sometimes they will whip you, and you don't have any say. And if you are screaming, people of the agency, they don't care as long as they get their money. After that, he sold me to another province, and he sold me to the friend that I know, and from there it was a nightmare.
I began to sleep with like 10 men a day just to continue what the madam said. And the madam have a book where it's listing out how many men that slept with you and how much they pay. And sometimes they demand of sleeping with us just like that without using condom or using other things. Sleeping with them, with their dirtiness, and it touched me a lot. I cry. And let me say I spent 2 years there sleeping with men, paying the money. Police entered the connection, and just that they got information, they have to enter, and they took us away and put us in the prison. And they are not giving us food, and people were dying in my presence too, and people were sick, no medication, nothing, and they are still beating us on top. From there, we are 400 people in the prison, all the Africans.
Nigeria remains a source, transit, and destination country when it comes to trafficking in human beings. Building partnerships locally and internationally helps to address this egregious crime, which thrives on the market forces of demand and supply.
Currently, MICAD and partners, with the support of the Danish Embassy in Abuja, are creating an opportunity, a platform for survivors of human trafficking, irregular migration, human smuggling, to have their voices amplified, heard all across the country, the voices of their lived experiences, to prevent other cases of human trafficking from taking place. No one is going to be left behind.
If you want to address and fight human trafficking, you will have to somehow support the prevention side of human trafficking, the supply side, if you will. And there are many ways you can do this. But one important aspect is that we want to raise awareness in vulnerable communities about the dangers related to human trafficking, how it works, and what to look out for. So that's one important aspect. Another important aspect, which is also addressed by this project, is that if you are trafficked and you are returned to Nigeria, then this project is able to provide safe conditions, rehabilitation, a place where you can work with qualified people on the traumas that you have experienced, and with a view to finding a way back into society.
So this project has a component which we call the radio program that will provide the opportunity for people to have phone-in programs on radio and also a radio drama. It also has a component of the training of trainers, where community members will be trained on the dangers of human trafficking and will be expected to cascade it down to people in their community. We hope that this will outlive the project cycle. And then we also have a video documentary that will be produced with lived experiences of people who have gone through the horrors of human trafficking. This will be used to reach 40,000 people in the 6 states of the project. We will also have livelihood opportunity for 600 survivors. They will have the opportunity of having business training as well as some form of support to start up or support their already existing business. And then also 100 of these survivors too will also have the opportunity to get scholarships to further their education. And then lastly, we will also have a high-level advocacy. The essence of this advocacy is to ensure that we can coordinate, we can be able to strengthen collaborations and partnerships amongst people who are working in the counter-human trafficking space.
If people are helped to engage in viable businesses, enterprise businesses, flourishing enterprises, they will earn a living. They will have sources of income. They will be able to meet their basic needs. They will be productive, and over time, there will be that dignity of self, and therefore the likelihood that you will not find something outside you more appealing than what you can find in your local environment. So building in enterprise businesses is to help people see that they can take their destinies into their hands. They have opportunities that they can engage in and build their future and the future of others around them.
MECAT and Exist, we also work together in 3 areas. And the areas are advocacy, because if we really want to end human trafficking, we need to do advocacy so that it will be open for everybody, even Danish people, that human trafficking is the fastest growing crime in the world today. But I think the prevention part is very important, because we need to dig into the roots and find the roots. I know it's a long-term commitment to do prevention. It's easier to do a quick fix. Well, it's nothing done with a quick fix, but we like that kind of things. But we need also to do the long-term thing.
Trafficking is a household issue in our country. It is in almost every elite house in the country. It is in every businesses in Nigeria, not only in the Northwest. But people don't see it unless when you raise the issue of trafficking to Italy, unless you raise issues about transatlantic movement of persons.
Unfortunately, for us, we have not been able to look at the religious aspect until you come around. And I commend this partnership because it gives us the opportunity to look at how religion can be used to combat trafficking. We're very proud of it. Religion is very important in the Northwest. In Nigeria, when you go to Northwest, religion first before tribe. If you go to Southwest, culture first before religion. If you go to Southeast, business first before religion and other things. Look, we are using Quranic verses and hadiths to tell them it is wrong because God doesn't like exploitation. It's very clear.
Our partnership with MICAD and Exits have been wonderful in the support of the returned migrant, understanding that there are aspects of MICAD that Symbols of Hope doesn't have, and then there are aspects of Symbols of Hope that MICAD doesn't have. But when we come together, we provide the returnees with what they need. For instance, in the area of psychosocial support, the first psychosocial support expert we heard that has taken care of the returned migrants was provided by the MICAD. MICAD has a safe house where some of the returned migrants are there, and we provide the technical, or rather we provide the platform for the experts to come and do this, while MICAD has the technical know-how. They have the existing structure on ground for this.
MICAD has reached 33,000 people in Edo State through the awareness campaign. We have also established 700 small-scale businesses for the vulnerables. We have also been able to give 200 vulnerable students scholarship between the year 2017 to 2022 through the help of the MFA. And now we are targeting 7,000 people with the awareness.
So in 2017, we ran a project with MICAD and we reached about 5,000 people to sensitize and create awareness on human trafficking. So this year, we are on again. We're about to reach almost 7,000, if not 10,000 people, who knows?
We did a lot of groundbreaking work with MICAD to educate over 5,000 people on the danger of human trafficking. We will not stop. We are energized to do more.
MICAD and partners will continue to work towards a country where the threatened dreams and aspirations of survivors will see the light of day.
I'm making bags and female shoe. I make jewelries, any kind of jewelries like traditional, marriage, occasional, bead. I make all those ones. And also try in makeup, yeah. And also I'm working with MICAD as the assistant house mother now, and I'm happy. My advice for you that is desperate to leave your country, do not leave your country to another man's country, because it's going to be very hard and tough there.
I'm now a hairstylist working in a salon and also makeup artist. My future dreams is to continue working with MICAD, to fight against human trafficking and to help my kids make their dreams come true.
I discovered that forgiveness is a huge thing, because it's a healing in your inner being, and then you can move forward. It's not because of you are forgetting about your pain, but it's to forgive, and then you can heal, and then you can do more things. That's why now today I am partnering with another organization, and I am here in Nigeria just to stop this human trafficking thing.
I have a sports ministry where I'm bringing people that has been trafficked in all over the world. Using my sports ministry to bring in each and every one out from it, using my testimony. The advice that I will give all the youths that really desperate to travel out Nigeria is for them to make sure where they are going. That's the most important thing. Because the most important thing is, who are you going to meet over there? Do you know what that person is doing?
Right now, I am here in Nigeria. I'm part of MICAD. I want to have my own safe house and seeing those girls being free and developing their identities and the skills that God placed in their hand, and then for them to help others.
My future dreams is to continue working with MICAT and to make my children's dreams come true.
And my future dream is the first one, and I want to open a studio where I can be showcasing my bags, shoe, and also makeup. And other one, the second one, that is what I really need most, that I want to open my empowerment house where I can also support girls, where I can also teach girls, and where I can also bring girls to feel at home.